What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I am back with another King-Ohger Mecha. And this is the Tarantula Knight set, or the DX God Tarantula and Underground Guardian Spirit set. Or there's probably 5 other set names. I like to call this the Underground Guardian set. Like that's what I remember it being labeled on. And I got this at HLJ. That's where I procured my Tarantula, and yeah. So if you guys were wondering where I snagged this guy from, that's where I got it. And this is obviously we got our new mecha, God Tarantula, God Peed, and God Cicada or Cicada Blade. Like I've literally seen three different ways to call the cicada. It's like Cicada Blade or Ciblada, and I'm not sure. All I know is it's a cicada. That's what I know, and I'm sticking to it. And yeah, I think this box actually looks pretty nice. You got both of the weapon modes, and just I love how this looks. It looks like a painting almost, like he's coming out of the frame, or like a trading card or something. This does give me some weirdly trading card vibes. And on the side, you got bug facts. Are they selling me bug facts? Something Nintendo Switch? I don't know. We got Peed and Cicada. And then you got the Epic 14 combo. And I'm very interested. Like, I have, off camera, obviously I've been messing with this. I have thoughts. I like it, but I have thoughts on it. I have one small problem. But yeah, it combines with all of these bugs all together. It's King-Ohger with a hat and a backpack. Then you got obviously Tarantula Knight. Oh, there it is. It says it on here. Clear in English. God Cicada. God Tarantula. God Peed. Peed. And then you got the side, which is God Tarantula stuff. You can put down the visor. You can keep up the visor. 20 something, maybe 20 points of articulation. Top is Spider Kumos. And you got that do not eat your God Tarantula. And I was kind of surprised that I found 2 little things in my box with Tarantula. And it was this cardboard little piece. I was actually surprised that this was like a special cardboard piece with the Spider Kumos logo. I don't know why my brain just blanked out on me for that one. And honestly, I don't know why I wanted to show this. When I was taking it out, I just saw it and I was like, huh, that's neat. And it was like the part that was like holding where the smaller gods were. But also, I got a little pamphlet for other King-Ohger stuff. You got the sword, you got King-Ohger, you got the other 3 gods. This is the, I know it's the SMP release, but I don't know. I want to say it's Super Mini Pla, but I don't remember. I don't remember if the name has changed. But yeah, it's advertising that for some reason. I guess those are coming out the 19th. I don't know. I'm just getting the DX ones. So, yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show off this ad. So, let's get the actual bugs in here and we will take a look at them. And here are the 3 bugs, and there really was no assembly required in this one. You just had to put on Tarantula's butt. That's it. That's all the building you really have to do in this one. So, I guess let's take a look at the little ones first. We got God Peed, who's a centipede, and this is probably one of my new favorite Guardian weapons, because if you fold him and you twist him that way, and you do that, you get a chainsaw. That's awesome. And it's really quick to put him back. Boom. So yeah, I like that he's cool and fun to transform. I like his color, actually. I like the navy blue a lot. But yeah, I really do like God Pede. Like, look at his little face. Got little eyes. It's just, yeah, so he can fold. It's like he doesn't have much articulation, but come on, he sacrifices that to be a chainsaw. So that's pretty cool, obviously. Next up, we got the cicada, which was obviously very significant in the show. And yeah, it has pretty much ball jointed wings, so you can really let them go wherever you want. So if you really wanted them to be folded up, and then you can use it maybe as like a shield, and then you can have it fly, you can have it go into stabbing positions. And then if you want, when you want to transform it, it literally is connected to this eyepiece, and you just, if you don't got to twist it, and that's as far as it goes. And then you get stabbing claws. And then you just get stabbing claws. I don't have much to say about it. Like, it's come on, when you're right next to the chainsaw hand, this is not as cool. It's fun, and I think actually when we get into robot mode, we will show off where I think he actually kind of works. But yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's just like knife fingers. But yeah, and then you can just quickly transform him back, and you can just have him hang out there. And now we have the star of the show, God Tarantula. And I think this guy looks great. Like, or Tarantino? Is that his name in the show? Like, I loved his name in the show. I have him, you can really pose him in any way you want. Like, pretty much all the limbs have the same posability in both robot mode and tarantula mode. It's just how you want stuff positioned. Where do you want his butt? Like, you can move his butt slightly if you really wanted to. Like, he looks good though. Like, I love his face. That's like has the red and the blue eyes. I think that looks really good. And then you got all 8 of his legs. And these legs aren't much, but hey, at least there's something. Then you got his obvious feet, and then you got his butt blaster and head crest for King-Ohger. And you can actually like move its little mandibles, so you can you can position them how you want it. So if you want it to look like he's gonna like bite somebody or something, like just coming in for the bite. So you can do that. You can actually kind of move it kind of down. You can move it up. So if you really wanted to like hang it, like you really could. And then you obviously have pretty much all the arm movement except for the hand. The hand doesn't do anything. And this pretty much the same, but now it can slide up and down. And it still has a joint. This is just kind of a kickstand leg, I like to call it. So yeah, it's just there. This one has same articulation. And same for the other side. So yeah, that was the articulation. But did I fuck? Okay, I didn't mess up his legs. I'm trying to get all 8 legs touching the ground. It's a weirdly hard task, but I did it. And again, he's just so posable. You can really pose Tarantula however you want. But let's get some good comparisons in here. Obviously, we got to compare him with the torso of King-Ohger, Kuwagata. And they're about the same size, honestly. Like, if you're looking at it from giant bug perspective, like, they're pretty comparable. But let's bring in some of the others. Let's bring in Hopper. We got Scorpion. Scorpion's a little derpy right now. Last but not least, we got God Kabuto. And honestly, he's the only one where I'm like, I wish you were a little bit bigger. I feel like him and Tarantula and Stack and Kuwagata should be the same size. But yeah, I like this. This is cool. I like this a lot. That goes without saying. So, I guess let's get them out of here. Let's get them out of here. They will be back. They will be back. So, let's get down to Tarantula's transformation. And it's honestly quite simple. So, we'll show it off. Let me raise the camera a little bit because he's kind of low to the ground now. But he will change. So, pretty much, let's start with the legs. If they haven't accidentally done it already, fold the legs down. Move that down, about down there. You can kind of change that however you want. Straighten out the leg. And make sure you have your leg orientated. And then, yeah, fold it down there. Same on the other side. Kind of trying to get my leg joints to have the screws facing the back half, but because of how much you move the legs, sometimes you get the thigh things reversing. You gotta unclip his feet. You can see his little feet just kind of clip in right there, and again, you can put those however you want, but that's him standing. And here's where stuff kind of gets interesting. Because I'm realizing I have him like this. You fold the butt down. Just fold the butt all the way down. And then you pretty much, you see this little tab. And you see the clips. And you pretty much just scrunch. And then you reveal his abs. Then you move this a little bit back. And then you can pretty much do the arms however you want. If you want these little parts... Actually, you want this to be the front, so you kind of just fold the little arm bits. So pretty much with like the shoulder arm, you kind of have free reign to do what you want. If you want it to be in kind of like an attack, stabbing position, you can have it like this. You can actually crunch it up pretty much to be a shoulder pad. So honestly, like to get basics out of the way, I will just turn them into shoulder pads. And then you got, boom, you got that purple. And then you take the head and you just pull it out. You pull out the head. And there you go. You got Tarantula Knight, but you flip up his little mask. Flip up his mask, and there you have it. He is done. He is Tarantula Knight now. If you want to, you can turn him around and rip off his butt. And then you plug it into the hand, which the hands do have wrist joints. I was very surprised and happy to see that. And obviously, let's get into articulation, which he does have pretty good articulation, and he can pose really well, actually. Sadly, these arms are connected with the shoulder arms, like, so these do not move independently. If these are down, these are up, like there's no way, like they're almost like in tandem, like that's how those work. So you move one, you move the other, but they move 360. Again, I showed earlier elbows. These can move. I showed you the wrist. These don't fold. I thought these might fold, but they don't. But yeah, you go pretty much the same amount of articulation. You got a bicep swivel. Like, all of these, I'm glad all the arms have the same articulation, but I kind of wish we got double joints like on King-Ohger. And then going to the legs, you can obviously go up that much. Forward is kind of an issue, I say, because if you move the thigh out a little bit, you can kick a lot higher. So you can kind of kick that far if you finagle it, but if you don't want to finagle it, that's as high as he can kick straight. So that's not that big of a deal. And he pretty much has an 80-degree knee, so it can go all the way back and all the way forward. And the feet are ball joints, so if you actually want to get a decently wide stance, you can hold it. I was actually kind of afraid that these would also just be solid pieces of plastic, but I'm glad they're ball jointed. And again, these legs, you can kind of position however you want. And because often I have him using the weapons and I'm not having him use this is sticking out anyway, so I don't mind having these to the back. I think that's proper. I think that's how the box wants you to do it, but I can't remember. But he also has, he doesn't have a waist, sadly, but he does have a killer, like, ab crunch if you really want to fudge it, if you want to untransform him a little bit. But he actually has, I guess, a natural ab crunch as well. So that's kind of cool. So you can kind of get him in some really fun positions if you really get it right, you know? Like, that looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love this robot. I'm not gonna, like, no holds bar. Like this, I can recommend this guy. Like, this is a ton of fun. Like, just look at him. Like, so easy to pose and nice to pose. Like, he's a fun time. With, like, a few little bumps, but we'll get to them. But let's take a look at the head. Wait, I'm realizing, you know, let's take a full body scan. Yeah, look at his back. And now let's take a look. You know, I like the rivets and everything they kind of put in here. And you look at his head sculpt. And I like his head sculpt. Kind of gives me some, like, very Transformers vibes, like Optimus Prime kind of vibes. And then you got his goggles. So yeah. And then you can put down the goggles, which I do like. I honestly do. I don't know why I love gimmicks like that, but I do. Yeah, I love goggle gimmicks. So, again, if you really want to, you can give him his web gun or whatever gun he wants it to be, which it doesn't look too bad. But let's get the Guardian weapons in on this. Let's start off by giving him a chainsaw hand. Boom. And you clip it on. And you clip that on. And pretty much all of these you can clip any, like, bugs onto. But, like, you know, put that back there. And let's give him a cicada blade. And you can plug it on there. And, you know, you can do that. But you already have a chainsaw sword. So why would you want another stabby hand? I actually think I like to use cicada on this arm. Like, I think it honestly looks kind of cool. Again, this might be where I have cicada displayed if I feel like it. But, like, yeah, making it, like, almost like a claw of some sort. Like, you know, like, I kind of like how that looks. Like, I don't know. Tell me how you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks good? I think it looks good. Just kind of have to pose it in the way you want it. But let's take him off. Put him back on here. Straighten him out. Straighten him out. There you go. Again, I love the chainsaw hand. Like, that's just awesome. Got the little chainsaw rever, and you can actually still use the bicep pretty good on both of them, so that's pretty good. And these keep wanting to pop off. But there you go. Those are the Guardian weapons. But you can obviously use all of the other gods with him. So if you really wanted to, you can give him, like, a shoulder Gatling gun, and maybe, if I can find it, fast enough, you can give him the flail. So he can use all of those. Oddly enough, he still can use the other shoe, like the greater shoe gods, if you really wanted to. So if you really wanted to, you can flip this, turn this. Oh, yep. Make sure you. Oh, oh, Pete fell off the table. This is horrible. And obviously, here you go. We're gonna move this, plug that in. Think that's in? No. Nope. Okay. Scorpion, why are you so hard to put onto anything? And there you go. You got him with the giant scorpion claw. So that's kind of cool. Oddly enough, he cannot work with Hopper at all because he has no, like, clips or anything to really, like, use Hopper with. Like, so, oddly enough, Hopper, not compatible with God Tarantula. Very odd, unless you're counting the King-Ohger mode. But if you want to use him in, like, Tarantula Knight, that's not going to happen. And he can also use the Kabuto cannon, but if you really wanted to, you can put it on his shoulder instead of on his arm. So he has a Kabuto shoulder cannon, and yeah, it's kind of hard for him to oh, he's standing. Yeah, that's fun. So yes, he can use them, but yeah, can't use Hopper. Hopper is not compatible whatsoever. But let's compare him to King-Ohger, and might as well show you how the other guys are compatible with King-Ohger. But obviously I have to put him together, so give me a second. And here he is with King-Ohger. King-Ohger is a little bit bigger, but to be fair, this is 1 tarantula, and this is 10 bugs. So I guess if you're doing bug math, he's still pretty big. But yeah, I think they look good together, honestly. I really do dig it. I'm loving this line. And obviously, we can see, let's take this away, how they look on King-Ohger. Like, and honestly, they look just as cool on King-Ohger. So, you know, honestly, I will say Pede is an absolute win. Like, that one's like my favorite guardian weapon. It's a chainsaw, so what are you expecting? And then obviously he can use Cicada, and there you go. So let's get to combining them. I know he needs to be in Legend King-Ohger form. We will do that after we just get Tarantula on there, because I'm going to state one kind of problem with this combo. With King-Ohger Extreme is what the combo is together, and we will talk about it when we get to the Legend King-Ohger, when we add Legend King-Ohger. So pretty much what you have to do is untransform a Tarantula, and you pretty much form the legs, make sure they clip in. I turn the hands, so I have to flip it back. Turn the hands, and pretty much form an X with his butt. And pretty much, if you want this gold part to always be sticking out, you always have to slightly, you don't have to fully put the face in. So, kind of sticks it in there. And then, obviously, you take this butt part off, and you pretty much, yeah, I think that's it. Because you take King-Ohger, take this off, plug it on to his crotch. So it plugs on, forms an X, and then you slide this where Tombo went. You just slide it in there, and you kind of see the first problem. He is very back heavy now, and you have to make sure he is in the right pose to distribute the weight. So I am going to do the proper King-Ohger Extreme, but I'm going to pose him off screen so I can talk about him. But yeah, he is just an X on King-Ohger's back. That's him. Like, I'm holding him right now because it's like he just wants to fall over. Like he's going. Yeah, see, there you go. Like he can't hold the weight of Tarantula. To be fair, you're throwing a whole other robot just on his back. But yeah, you can move the legs. You can position them however you want. Honestly, so there might be like a way to make this look maybe a little bit better. But I don't know. Like this is gonna be your mileage may vary. I didn't realize I wasn't in shot there. But like yeah, you can move the little feet and everything. I prefer to put it this way because they look better, honestly, in my opinion. I think they look better, honestly, because them just being like boots sticking up kind of don't look good. It kind of protects his face a little more. I don't know, but yeah. He is a heavy boy, and I'm not blaming either of them for this, but it's like he was either going to be a backpack or shoes. They chose backpack, and now King-Ohger can't stand, and he was already having standing problems as Legend King-Ohger. So he kind of needs those shoes, and I know they're coming. But okay, I'm going to get him in Legend King-Ohger mode so we can get the proper King-Ohger Extreme. Come on. I believe in you. You can stay. Okay, okay. No, you can sit down. Okay. I will mess with you in a minute. Oh, God. I just need... Okay. Oh! Oh. Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, Jesus. At least you stayed... Oh, where did the spider go? You were on a spider. Where the fuck did the spider go? Oh, there it is. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Like, this is gonna be like shit I'm not gonna use, but it's good. This footage is gonna be so long because I'm just trying to get this damn thing to stand. Stand, please, King-Ohger. Please, by King-Ohger himself, can you please fucking stand? I believe in you. Like, you did this before, like, we were recording, you would stand, and it was a beautiful few seconds that he stood. Here he is, and God who knows... Oh, God! Oh! There's his problem. I'm tempted to cut away right now. But I'm going to tell you this. The problem with this configuration is he cannot stand. Like, he looks cool. I actually do kind of dig it. I like the simplistic of like, oh, he's on the back now, and he's cannon. So that's kind of neat. And the fact that they do allow Tombo to stay on is pretty cool. Like, it's just unfathomably heavy on the top and the back, and the legs just can't support it, which is good because I guess the castle will become shoes, so we can finally have, like, support for King-Ohger. But this is just so difficult to get them all to stand and stay on that it's very almost frustrating, you know? Like, I don't know how long I spent, like, trying to get him to just stand right here. Like, I was tempted to be like, oh, let's get all of them in here. Let's try to throw Pede and Cicada. Like, I don't want to add any more weight to this. And I will do the final touch because I do like how it looks. Well, let's just hope this doesn't ruin everything. And you put the crown on his head. And there you have it. And I like how that looks. I'm going to zoom in rather than have to maneuver around it. But it looks really cool, and I think it looks really nice on King-Ohger. I honestly, that's kind of what I was feeling Legend King-Ohger needed. So I might just take it off the spider butt and have it with just regular King-Ohger while still displaying Tarantula Knight. Like, I'm going to just move you around with my camera. Like, there is nothing to really see in the back. Like, I don't know why they had it form an X on the back. Or, like, why didn't they use the legs or something to become, like, stabilizers? Like, I don't know. It's just, I like this formation. I think it looks cool. And I think you can honestly configure this to look much better in any way you want. Like, I've seen people put Kabuto's cannon on top of one of the legs, and I thought that looked really cool. So, again, much like King-Ohger, much like Tarantula Knight, these are, like, this formation is just so customizable. You can kind of get it to however look you want. And overall, I do like Tarantula Knight. It's really cool. I enjoy it a lot. The only thing that's kind of a bummer is that this formation can't stand. And I kind of, it's a terrible note to end on, but you saw. I was literally, it's taken so much time for me to get this thing to stand. The moment I finally got it to stand and was going to record, you saw immediately it tipped over and just died. It's not a stable thing. I can recommend you get Tarantula. But I don't know if I could recommend you to use it in this formation, because for me personally, I don't want to feel like I'm going to risk it anytime I bump the table. Like, oh wow. Okay, when he stands, he's stable. But I'd rather just display Tarantula Knight and King-Ohger together. Honestly, I do like having Kabuto and them on their own anyway. So, I don't know. I do like this. I think it looks really cool. I can't wait for the final combo, because I know that's going to be really cool. But yeah, this is how we're ending it. So yeah, what do you guys think of Extreme King-Ohger? Are you guys disappointed? Do you guys like it? Again, I like it. I like how simple it is, honestly. It's just too much on top now. It needs shoes. For once, I'm saying I need shoes for my mecha. I usually am like, oh, every mecha always becomes shoes. And it's like, and now I'm like, where are those shoes? They usually show up. And I guess it's going to be the castle. Oh, and there he went. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, yeah. Until whatever I do next, thank you so much for watching. Tell me, you guys, how you feel about these guys down in the comments below. And, yeah. Until whatever I do next, I don't know. I keep repeating myself. This is what I've been dealing with. It's been a while. This is a long recording. But, again, thank you for listening to my rambling. Really. And yeah, hope you guys like this review. Again, I really like these toys, but you know, sometimes things you like just gotta irritate you from time to time. So yeah, till whatever I do next.